Good morning, everyone. It is lovely to be back with you on this, brightening up actually, Monday morning. It was pitch dark when I got up today, and I'm a bit unusual, and I actually really love that because it makes me feel like Christmas is on the way, so I'm very excited. I'm so excited to share a few thoughts with you this morning about verses from Mark 12, verses 28 to 34. And I've been a Christian for a while now. Morning, Nick. And sometimes I find it really interesting to hear how my friends and acquaintances view my faith. It doesn't come sometimes without its exchanges. Some see it as an emotional response to a hurting world, a crutch to get me through life. And some see it as me trying to make sense or find meaning in life. And they wonder why on earth I can't just get on board with science. The two aren't mutually exclusive, by the way. Some see it as a works-based system where I'm trying to prove my worth to God through good deeds in the hope of getting into heaven. And the truth is, for me, loving God is a holistic experience. And what I mean by that is that it's every part of me that engages when I love God, or at least I try for it to be. It tries, I've lost my train of thought there. I try and love God with my heart, my soul, my mind, and my strength, just like it says in these verses. Each are connected and flow one to the other. So we end up in a cycle of feeling, believing, thinking, and doing. And it says in the book of 1 John, morning Tanya, that we love because he first loved us. So my love for God is actually a response to the most ridiculous love I could ever imagine. Jesus leaving the perfection of heaven to come down to earth to live a perfect life full of compassion and love in a really, really broken place, only to be killed, to take on all of the sins of humanity, with the result of someone like me being able to get into heaven, not having to really do anything other than believe in him. A hope, a certain hope that when I leave this earth, which I will, that my destiny is an eternity with God himself. How could I not love this God? How could I not love this God who is love itself? And what I love so much about my God is that it doesn't start and end with him. He asks us to love other people like we love ourselves. God deeply, deeply cares about humanity. And did you know that there are over 2,000 references to the poor in the Bible? That tells us so much about who God is. It tells us so much about what he's concerned about. On so many occasions where the Bible talks about loving God, it immediately goes on to talk about how then we should love one another. In 1 John, in that same bit, it says this verse, which I love. Dear friends, excuse me, since God loved us, we also ought to love one another. No one has ever seen God, but if we love one another, God lives in us, and his love is made complete in us. And there are no strict restrictions on who this love extends to. No special requirements. It's everyone, all people. And I'm sorry, I'm so sorry that if this has not been your experience of Christians, I'm sorry if Christians have hurt you, if they have not treated you with the love that God has shown them. There is so much to know about God. We'll never be able to learn it all, but like with anyone or anything, to grow in your love, you have to spend more time with them, ask more questions of them, and seek out their essence. Maybe you're listening today and your heart is drawn to faith, but not much else is at the moment. Maybe your brain is challenging what it perceives as an emotional response to a tough situation. Or maybe you're someone who has a thirst for knowledge and you're reading loads and loads of stuff and have reasoned it all out, but you're just not feeling it. Or maybe you're doing all of the things and are trying to live a good life in service to others. That's not where it ends. That's not where it ends. We need to get to a place where all of those parts of us are in a mutual understanding. And it takes time because we all start from different places. Can I encourage you to stay the course, to keep your mind and your heart open? Keep talking, keep asking questions. Get in touch with me or the Sanctuary page if you've got no one to do that with. We all have to start somewhere, and each of us are different. And that beginning point will look different for all of us. Just as Jesus says to the man in these verses, you are not far from the kingdom of God. Just keep going.